Coach, what are your initial thoughts?
First, we're very excited to be hosting a regional. What an accomplishment to be one of the top 16 sites in the country. Just shows how consistent we've been all year. Phenomenal year for these kids. Very happy for them, happy for their families, and extremely happy for our fans. I mean, what an opportunity for our fans to come to the new renovated Jim Patterson Stadium. Many have come, but now even more will come out for a great weekend of baseball.
Was there any concern that you had lost that opportunity to host with the Big East tournament?
No, I mean, I think the conference tournament does carry some weight, but let's face it, it's the body of work that you do from February all the way to May, and our body of work of 46-10 during the regular season. We won the regular season Big East. We beat SEC schools, we beat Big Ten schools, we beat Pac-12 schools. I mean, we played good baseball this year, so we felt like we did enough to host a regional.
What do you know about the other guys coming in here?
You got some tradition. I mean, Oklahoma State, they were in here a few years ago for the Super Regionals. Everybody knows Miami and their long tradition of success, and we had to face Miami in the Missouri Regional a few years ago. So you got two programs right there. And then anytime you have a team that wins their conference tournament, like Bowling Green, they're coming in on a high, and we play those teams every year from this part of the country in the MAC conference, and they always play tough, good, hard-nosed baseball. So it's I think it's got a little bit of everything, but it's definitely got some star power in this regional.
Does it remind you at all of 2007? You got the Oklahoma State and Miami?
Yeah, I guess if you want to tie in the 07. But the first thing I see some storyline programs with great tradition. And what I think of when I think of those programs is those kids go there with high expectations. They're not going there just to play in the postseason. They're going there to advance as far as they can, and so we'll have our work cut out for us. But we're excited about the challenge and very excited that we're able to be home.
They kind of talked about it, but pitching seems to be at a premium in this region.
Well, yeah, pitching is, and we had just talked about before we came in here for the show after our scrimmage today, the number of extra inning games, the number of low-scoring game, the number of 1 to 2 run games just in the postseason conference tournaments. I mean, we lost in an extra inning 1-run game, down there to a team that at least they went on to win the Big East tournament. So just the mindset that, it's pitching, it's defense, it's a key hit here or there, and being mentally tough to play a complete game, whether that's 9 innings or it could be extra innings. So we got to be mentally tough.
What is the mindset and the focus now after, being back for a few days? How have they rebounded?
We've really challenged them that we want to prepare to play great baseball this weekend, and the only way to do that is to have a great week of practice. So very fundamental, really pushing the guys this week. I mean, heck, if you saw us, we were in 2 of our uniforms today, and we scrimmaged. We went full speed. I mean, you got Nick Birdie throwing 98 miles an hour pitching in. Adam Engel takes an HBP to lead off the game. I mean, we're playing. We're not going to sit back and hold guys or save guys or be tentative. We're getting physically and mentally ready to play great baseball this weekend.
Real quick, off the subject, I don't know if you have a comment about the Julie Herman story that broke yesterday.
No, all I can go off of is what I know of her in my 7 years being here. So it's a great 7 years, and she did great things while I was here. So I can't look into somebody's past or really know anything about that.
How much fun is the regional atmosphere out here? I mean, you've been through it before, but it's different now that you got a bigger park.
And that was the whole reason we built it. I mean, was 3 times we had to put up temporary stands and had a gap in between the temporary stands and the stadium, and the layout was there, and fortunately Jim Patterson and many others were on board to expand and support this project. And but that's why you build it. You build it for those rival games. You build it getting ready for the ACC. And the crowds that they'll help us bring in here, but you build it for the postseason, and you want as many fans to come fill this place up as possible, and it makes it for a great tournament for everybody, but especially for the home team.
Your program's fairly familiar with Bowling Green, right? You all played them before?
We have, and like I said, we open up early in the year with MAC conference schools, and they always come down early and play us tough. And yes, we've played them over the past few years. So again, you're playing a team that just came off a dog pile, winning their conference tournament, feeling great about themselves. So you can't look past anybody, and I'm glad nobody's even asked me about the following weekend, because I said we're not going there. We're just not going there. We have a very tough regional fundamental here, and I really don't even want to go past Bowling Green. You know, that we have to come out and play well Friday night and take it from there.
You guys almost missed the actual selection show. Were you guys aware? And you just wanted to finish up?
Well, we had to get this scrimmage in, and I mean, it's fun watching it. We enjoy it. It's great for our kids, but you know, as I told them, you know, sometimes it's okay to be a little late to the party. You know, we had to focus on having a good scrimmage and getting better today, and that was our focus. And you know, the NCAA is not going anywhere, you know, whether we were late to the show or not. But I'm glad our kids got in here in enough time. I'm glad we were, I guess, on the second wave of 32 teams, and so they were able to see our matchups.
One last time, Coach, how excited is it to host this regional this weekend?
It's one of our goals, and I will always say it's a great accomplishment for this program, for the administration, for these players, and what they've been able to accomplish. Almost 300 teams start off the season, you know, in Division I baseball with high aspirations. To be one of 16 selected by the NCAAs is an awesome accomplishment, and having done it now 4 times in 7 years, it just says a lot as to where our program's at, and hopefully something will continue in the future.
Do you expect your pitching lineup to stay the same Friday, Saturday, kind of?
Yeah, you know, I'd say right now, I mean, we'll look at matchups and everything, and you know, it was disappointing that Jeffrey Thompson didn't get the throw down at the Big East tournament, but we had gotten squeezed a little bit with the UConn series and then the Pitt series. Everything got moved up, and then the tournament gets moved up. We just felt like there's no reason to push these guys into a corner knowing what we had ahead, and we want those guys being fresh and ready for this weekend. So, you know, right now I'm going to say it's Green and Thompson, and then we'll kind of go from there. So what we're going to do with Keim and Funkhauser and those guys, will we use them out of the bullpen, or will we save a guy for Sunday?
That's good.
All right, thanks, guys.